Why is it that some women walk into a room and without saying a word, they're noticed? Not for what they're wearing, not for how loud they are, but for something deeper. You see, attraction isn't built on what we're told to believe. It's not just about appearance or perfection. It's about the signals we send without even realizing it. Because the truth is, people don't always say what they notice, but they always feel it. And what men notice most isn't always what women think it is. It's in the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, the way you respect yourself when no one is watching. So if you've ever wondered why some women naturally stand out, why some are remembered while others are overlooked, this isn't about changing who you are. It's about understanding the small, powerful things you're already showing and learning how to own them. Confidence without words is the kind of presence that speaks before you ever say anything. It's not about loudness, attention-seeking, or trying to prove something. It's quiet, steady, and deeply rooted in how you see yourself. When confidence is real, it doesn't need to announce itself. It shows up in the way you walk, the way you sit, the way you hold eye contact, and the way you exist in a space without shrinking. Most people think confidence comes from what you say, but in reality, it begins long before that. It starts with how comfortable you are with yourself. When you are at ease with who you are, it reflects outward. There is no rush to impress, no need to constantly seek approval. That calmness creates a natural sense of authority that others can feel immediately. Body language plays a powerful role in this. The way you carry yourself tells a story about how you view yourself. Standing straight, maintaining relaxed posture, making natural eye contact, and moving with intention all communicate self-assurance. These are small signals, but they are noticed instantly. People may not consciously analyze them, but they respond to them. Confidence without words also comes from emotional stability. When you are not easily shaken by external situations, it creates a sense of strength. You don't react impulsively. You don't over-explain yourself, and you don't feel the need to fill every silence. That ability to remain composed makes your presence feel grounded and secure. There is also a sense of independence in silent confidence. You are not constantly looking around to see how others perceive you. Your focus is not on being liked by everyone. Instead, you are focused on being aligned with yourself. This creates a level of authenticity that stands out because it is rare. People are drawn to those who are comfortable in their own space. Silence itself can be powerful. Many people feel the need to speak constantly to be noticed, but confident individuals understand that they don't have to. They allow moments of silence without discomfort. They speak when they have something meaningful to say, not just to fill space. This makes their words carry more weight when they do speak. Confidence without words is also reflected in boundaries. You don't need to argue or explain your value. You show it through what you accept and what you walk away from. Your actions communicate your standards more clearly than any words could. This kind of confidence is built over time. It comes from self-awareness, from experiences, and from choosing to trust yourself even when things are uncertain. It is not dependent on external validation, and it does not disappear when challenges arise. It remains steady because it is rooted within you. Self-respect signals value. Is about how the way you treat yourself teaches others how to treat you. People are constantly reading signals, often without realizing it. They notice what you tolerate, what you accept, and what you walk away from. These actions communicate your value more clearly than any words ever could. Self-respect begins internally. It is shaped by how you think about yourself, how you speak to yourself, and the standards you hold for your own behavior. If you constantly doubt yourself or lower your standards to gain approval, it sends a message that your value is flexible. But when you hold yourself to a higher standard, it creates a sense of consistency and strength that others can feel. It also shows in the way you allow others to treat you. When you tolerate disrespect, inconsistency, or being undervalued, it signals that these behaviors are acceptable. Not because you deserve them, but because you allow them. Self-respect means recognizing when something does not align with your values and choosing not to accept it, even if it is uncomfortable. Boundaries are a key part of self-respect. They are not about controlling others. They are about defining your limits. When you set clear boundaries, you create a structure for how you expect to be treated. You don't need to explain or justify every boundary. The consistency of your actions reinforces them over time. Self-respect also involves the choices you make in your daily life. The way you invest your time, the people you surround yourself with, and the situations you stay in all reflect how you value yourself. When you prioritize your well-being and growth, it shows that you see yourself as worthy of better. There is also discipline and self-respect. It is not just about how others treat you, but how you treat yourself in moments of challenge. It is choosing what is right over what is easy. It is holding yourself accountable without tearing yourself down. This balance creates a strong foundation of self-worth. People are naturally drawn to those who respect themselves. It creates a sense of clarity and confidence that stands out. You don't need to demand respect or seek it constantly. It becomes a natural response to the way you carry yourself and the standards you maintain. Self-respect also means being comfortable walking away, whether it is from situations, conversations, or relationships that do not align with your values. This does not come from pride, it comes from awareness. You understand that staying in environments that diminish your value only weakens your sense of self. It shapes how you present yourself, how you communicate, and how you respond to challenges. When self-respect is strong, your actions consistently reflect your value. You don't need to convince anyone, because it is already clear in the way you show up. Emotional control attracts attention. It is not about hiding your feelings or pretending that nothing affects you. It is about having the ability to manage your emotions instead of being controlled by them. In a world where many people react instantly and emotionally, the person who remains calm, composed, and aware naturally stands out. Most reactions are automatic. Something happens, and without thinking, people respond with frustration, anger, insecurity, or excitement. These reactions are often driven by habit rather than awareness. Emotional control creates a pause between what you feel and how you respond. In that pause, you gain the power to choose your behavior instead of being driven by impulse. This ability is noticeable. People may not always be able to explain it, but they feel it. When someone remains calm in a tense situation, it creates a sense of stability. It shows strength without needing to prove anything. That kind of presence draws attention because it is rare. It signals that you are grounded, that you are not easily shaken by external circumstances. Emotional control also reflects confidence. When you are secure within yourself, you don't feel the need to react to everything. You don't take every comment personally, and you don't seek validation through emotional responses. This creates a sense of ease in how you interact with others. Your reactions are thoughtful rather than reactive. It also improves the way you communicate. Instead of speaking out of frustration or defensiveness, you respond with clarity. You are able to express yourself without letting emotions distort your message. This makes your communication more effective and more impactful because it comes from a place of awareness. There is also discipline involved. Emotional control is not something that happens automatically. It requires practice. It requires you to recognize your triggers, understand your patterns, and consciously choose a different response. This process builds strength over time. Each moment of control reinforces your ability to remain steady. This does not mean you become distant or unemotional. It means you experience your emotions without letting them take over. You can feel deeply while still maintaining control over how you act. This balance creates a sense of maturity that others notice and respect. Emotional control also changes how you handle challenges. Instead of reacting with panic or frustration, you approach situations with focus and calmness. This allows you to think more clearly and make better decisions. It creates a sense of reliability in how you show up, regardless of the situation. People are naturally drawn to those who can maintain composure. It creates a feeling of safety and trust. It shows that you are not unpredictable or easily influenced by temporary emotions. Your presence becomes steady, and that steadiness becomes attractive in a way that goes beyond words. Authenticity stands out because in a world where many people are trying to fit in, being real becomes rare. Most individuals adjust themselves to match expectations, trends, or what they think others want to see. They filter their thoughts, hide their true opinions, and present a version of themselves that feels acceptable rather than honest. Over time, this creates a disconnect between who they are and how they show up. Authenticity is the opposite of that. It is the ability to be yourself without constantly seeking approval. It means your words, actions, and values are aligned. You are not shifting your personality depending on who you are around. This consistency creates a sense of clarity that people can recognize immediately. Even if they cannot explain it, they feel it. When someone is authentic, there is a natural confidence in their presence. They are not trying to impress or compete. They are simply being. This removes pressure from interactions and makes them feel more genuine. People are drawn to that because it feels real, and real is something people trust. Authenticity also shows in honesty, not just in what you say to others, but in how honest you are with yourself. It requires self-awareness, understanding your values, and accepting both your strengths and your imperfections. You are not pretending to be perfect, and you are not hiding behind a mask. That honesty creates a deeper level of connection. Many people fear being authentic because they worry about judgment. They think that if they show their true selves, they might not be accepted. But trying to be someone else comes at a cost. It creates stress, confusion, and a constant need to maintain an image. Authenticity removes that burden. It allows you to move through life with more ease and clarity. It also strengthens your voice. When you are authentic, your words carry more weight because they come from a place of truth. You are not saying things just to please others. You are expressing what you genuinely believe. This makes your communication more impactful and more memorable. Authenticity does not mean you ignore growth or feedback. It means you grow in a way that aligns with who you are, not in a way that forces you to become someone else. You can improve and evolve while still staying true to your core values. There is also a sense of freedom in authenticity. You are not constantly adjusting or second-guessing yourself. You are comfortable in your own space, and that comfort allows you to connect with others more naturally. People notice authenticity because it is consistent. It shows in how you speak, how you act, and how you respond in different situations. It creates a presence that feels stable and real, something that stands out without needing to try. Body language speaks first, long before any words are exchanged. The moment you walk into a room, people begin forming impressions based on how you carry yourself. They notice your posture, your movements, your eye contact, and even the small details you may not be aware of. These nonverbal signals communicate confidence, insecurity, openness, or hesitation without a single word being spoken. Most communication is not verbal. What you say matters, but how you present yourself often has a stronger impact. A person can say all the right things, but if their body language shows uncertainty or discomfort, the message loses its strength. On the other hand, when your body language is aligned with confidence, even simple words can feel powerful. Posture is one of the first signals people notice. Standing or sitting upright with a relaxed but strong posture shows self-assurance. It reflects how you see yourself. Slouching, avoiding eye contact, or making yourself physically smaller can send the opposite message, even if it is not intentional. These subtle cues influence how others perceive your presence. Eye contact is another powerful element. It shows attention, confidence, and respect. When you maintain natural eye contact, it creates a sense of connection. It tells the other person that you are present and engaged. Avoiding eye contact, too, often can be interpreted as insecurity or disinterest, while too much can feel intense. Balance creates comfort. Movement also plays a role. The way you walk, gesture, and position yourself reflects your internal state. Slow, controlled movements often indicate calmness and confidence, while rushed or restless movements can suggest nervousness. Being aware of your movements helps you present yourself in a more intentional way. Facial expressions add another layer to body language. A calm and relaxed expression creates openness, while tension or forced expressions can create distance. People often respond more to what they see on your face than to the words you are saying. Genuine expressions build trust and make interactions feel more natural. Body language is closely connected to your mindset. It is difficult to fake confidence for long if you don't feel it internally. However, the reverse is also true. When you consciously adjust your posture, eye contact, and movements, it can influence how you feel. Over time, these external changes can support internal confidence. Awareness is the first step in improving body language. Noticing your habits, understanding how you present yourself, and making small adjustments can create a significant difference. These changes do not need to be dramatic. Small, consistent improvements shape how others perceive you. Body language creates the first impression and often sets the tone for everything that follows. It can invite connection, build trust, and communicate confidence without needing words. Independence creates mystery, because when someone is fully comfortable on their own, they are not easily defined or predictable. Most people are used to constant availability, constant sharing, and constant need for attention. When someone steps away from that pattern and maintains their own space, it naturally draws curiosity. Independence begins with how you see yourself. It is the understanding that your happiness, your direction, and your sense of fulfillment do not depend on someone else. You are not waiting to be completed or validated. You are already whole, and that mindset changes how you show up in every interaction. When you are independent, you don't feel the need to reveal everything about yourself all at once. You are comfortable keeping parts of your life private. This is not about hiding, it is about valuing your own space. That balance between openness and privacy creates a sense of depth. People become curious because they cannot fully predict or define you immediately. There is also strength in not needing constant attention. When you are independent, you don't rely on others to fill every moment or to constantly reassure you. You are comfortable with your own company. This self-sufficiency creates a calm and grounded presence that stands out. It shows that you are not driven by need, but by choice. Independence also shapes your decisions. You are not easily influenced by external pressure or expectations. You make choices based on your own values and priorities. This creates consistency in how you act, and that consistency builds trust. People know that your actions are genuine, not driven by the desire to please. Mystery is not about playing games or creating confusion. It is a natural result of having a full life that does not revolve around others. When you have your own goals, interests, and direction, you are not constantly available or predictable. This creates intrigue because there is always more to discover. Independence also means you are selective with your time and energy. You choose where to invest yourself rather than giving everything away freely. This selectiveness increases your value because it shows that your presence is intentional, not automatic. There is also confidence in independence. You are not afraid to stand alone when necessary. You are comfortable making decisions without needing constant approval. This level of self-trust creates a strong presence that others notice. At the same time, independence does not mean isolation. It does not mean rejecting connection or avoiding relationships. It means that your connections are based on choice, not need. You engage with others from a place of strength rather than dependency. Independence creates a balance between presence and distance. You are there, but not always available. You are open, but not fully revealed. This balance naturally creates curiosity and makes your presence more intriguing without effort. Energy defines presence, is about the invisible impact you carry into every space you enter. Before you speak, before you act, people feel your energy. It's not something they always consciously recognize, but it shapes how they respond to you. Your energy reflects your mindset, your emotions, and how you see yourself, and it communicates more than words ever could. Everyone carries a certain energy. Some people bring calmness, others bring tension. Some create comfort while others create distance. This is not random. It comes from your internal state. If you are grounded, confident, and clear within yourself, your presence naturally feels steady. If you are anxious, uncertain, or seeking approval, that energy also becomes visible in subtle ways. Energy is closely tied to emotional awareness. The way you manage your thoughts and feelings directly affects what you project outward. When you are in control of your emotions, your energy feels stable and balanced. You don't react impulsively, and you don't carry unnecessary tension into your interactions. This creates a sense of ease that others can feel. There is also a connection between energy and attention. Where your focus goes, your energy follows. If you are constantly worried about how others perceive you, your energy becomes scattered. But when you are present in the moment, focused on the interaction rather than the outcome, your energy feels more centered. That presence makes your interactions more meaningful. Energy also influences how memorable you are. People may forget specific words, but they remember how you made them feel. If your presence creates a sense of calm, confidence, or positivity, it leaves an impression. This is not about forcing a certain vibe, but about aligning your internal state with how you want to show up. Authenticity plays a role here as well. When your energy matches your true self, it feels natural and consistent. You are not trying to project something that you are not. This consistency builds trust because people sense that what they see is real. Forced energy, on the other hand, often feels disconnected and less convincing. Your environment can also affect your energy, but strong self-awareness allows you to remain steady regardless of external conditions. Instead of absorbing every mood around you, you maintain your own sense of balance. This creates a grounded presence that does not easily shift. Energy is also reflected in small details. The way you enter a room, the way you greet people, and the way you carry yourself all contribute to how your presence is felt. These small actions create an overall impression that shapes how others perceive you. Over time, your energy becomes part of your identity. It influences how people respond to you, how they remember you, and how they connect with you. It is not something you need to force, but something you develop by understanding yourself and choosing how you show up in every moment,